This here is my no-hit 100% kill run of the Ultimate Doom on Ultra Violence. Check the description for the rules that I'm following. Do check out the end of the video for outtakes. This is E1M7 Computer Station. Welcome to this absolute nightmare of a level. The first thing I've got to do here is shoot these shotgun guys and just book it to this little pocket over here. If I stay in the middle, I'm going to be overwhelmed, they're going to attack me. There's so many imps, so many shotgunners and so many zombie men that it is almost impossible to survive by staying in that room. You can, but it is very difficult. In this position, I'm able to control the flow of the enemies, and I'm able to keep an eye out in both directions to make sure that no one is going to sneak up on me. No one's coming through that door behind me. It's also very important that I keep an eye on where all these zombie men are. In the many attempts on this level, I found that the zombie men just wander randomly around. Sometimes they'll be right around these corners, sometimes they'll walk up on that raised ramp, sometimes they'll even go there. As you can see, I'm just checking everywhere, and yeah, there's an imp up there. Now, I'm going to make sure to kill all the enemies here. This will make it a lot easier later on when I don't have to deal with all these guys. Luckily, it's very hard for them to hit you for some reason, not sure why. I sneak around here. Now I'm going to shoot this shotgunner over there because he's an absolute pain. Kill this imp. Make sure I get rid of that shotgunner there because he will shoot me if he gets a chance. And then I've got to take care of these hit scanners because they'll come wandering from in front of the yellow door. Now, here comes the yellow key. I've got to be very careful here not to wake both of these guys up because they will charge me. Avoid the window to the left here at all costs. The shotgunners out there will shoot me with amazing accuracy, and they are a threat throughout this level. Right now though, I have to get rid of these 3 imps here. If I don't get rid of these 3 imps here, they will start shooting fireballs at me when I go towards the blue door in a second. And as you'll see, that is something I don't want. There's a zombie man there that I shoot up there to wake everyone up. I shoot the shotgun guy there, and now I just have to wait for the 3 imps here to congregate on my position. One of these imps can go up to the middle platform there where we shot that zombie man. Absolute pain in the ass. And yeah, we're trying to take out all the enemies over there. There's a shotgunner over there that can be a real pain. This is a very nasty spot because outside that window there's a platform where the shotgunners can stand on and they can shoot in here. I'm also trying to get rid of the guys on top of them, and you see there, one tried to go for it. I'm trying to clear the zombie man and shotgun from up there. I come around here, shoot this shotgun guy. We wake the zombie man up that we haven't woken up yet. Wait for him to walk over to this side and then shoot him. And yeah, goodness. Now we're going up the elevator here. There's several reasons to come up here. Number 1, we want to grab the rocket launcher, and number 2, get rid of the shotgunners down there. Now as you can hear, they will infight. Now I'm using this little gap here. This is probably the safest way to get rid of as many shotgunners as you can outside in that courtyard. I'm just quickly dashing in, shooting and getting out. The reason for this is because they will try to congregate to a point where they can shoot you. And as long as I control this space in front of me, I'm pretty well protected. But you can hear that they're not immediately making themselves available. There is no safe way of doing this. If one of them comes up to that window and just shoots in here, there's a chance they'll hit me. But that's a risk I've got to take, because if I don't get those numbers down, when I go out there later on, I'm going to get absolutely massacred. Now you can see all these zombie men went down to 1 rocket launcher. There's 4 shotgun men on that middle pillar. As you can see, I take them all down with a shotgun. Now usually an imp will come from... ooh, there's one left. There's usually an imp will come from that door there. Several will come at some point. Now I've got to get rid of all the guys from this window here. We won't be going into there until near the end of the level, but there are a lot of hit scanners waiting in that window, and they will come and shoot us if they get a chance. I'll go up ahead here just to make sure that I don't accidentally wake up any of the guys up here. And then I'll go behind the shotgunner and get him. But you can see here why I got rid of all those zombie men from that window. Be careful for the imps coming out from that room there. We want to grab the chain gun here. This is the ideal time to grab it. There is some ammo there. There's a nice ammo bag, so we can take more ammo here. And yeah, chain gun will be very useful. I'm going to head up here because there's a few shotgunners up here and a few pinkies that need to be dealt with ASAP. I don't like leaving this section too late in this because if you do that, there's a chance you might get shot from across the window, because as you'll see in a second, a lot of these zombie men from near the end of the level, they've not been woken up until they see us through this window here. But what we're doing here, I'm trying to make the end of the level a lot easier for myself later on. So yes, they can shoot you from over there. Again, quite risky doing this, but it makes later on in the level so much easier because we're not having to deal with it. As you can see, the more we're doing stuff by over here, the more enemies we're attracting. So it's worth doing this just to kind of thin out the numbers for later in the level. But yeah, it's now time to go and get the red key, and gosh, this bit isn't so bad. Luckily we cleared this room out earlier. I am going to clear out these imps now, and then I'm going to turn to the window to the left. I'm going to use the chain gun just to make sure I can get all the enemies I can. Luckily some of the enemies are just in front of the window, so you can hit them from down here safely. Obviously that pinky went down there. 2 more pinkies. I would ideally like that lift to be up, because then the sound from me shooting in a second will not, and you heard it there, will not travel to the monsters in that closet. So I'm just being careful here. I'm going to try waking everyone up in this closet. There is a shotgunner in here who I've got to be a bit aware of. So I'm just making sure he doesn't get a cheeky shot in on me, and he doesn't. So yeah, we've got the red key. But now there are some shotgunners and some zombie men now wandering through the corridors that we've cleared. So I need to make sure that I'm careful here. Ah, you see, this time they were walking towards me. Sometimes they walk down towards the yellow door down there, as you can see. So you've got to be really, really careful. There's no way around it. Now I'm off to get the blue key here. Once I grab this blue key, several more pockets of enemies will open up. There are several shotgunners in here, and I've been hit by these in so many attempts when I was doing this on stream, and I'm just letting them come out to me. I'm not going in here because, yeah, luckily I managed to get them all. But as soon as I open this door here, there's a whole bunch of enemies behind the door waiting for me. I've got to make sure that this room is safe, because enemies can wander all around this platform. And yeah, goodness me. So now I'm going to quickly peek outside here and see if there's any enemies who I've missed. I think I've got them all. I think I've got all the ones outside that I really want. I have just woken up all the enemies behind the blue door, but I don't really mind that. I have to be really careful as well, because in front of the exit switch is a shotgunner, and he can shoot you from across the windows here, and when you're outside he is an absolute pain. But as you can see, I'm just letting all these hit scanners walk down the steps here, letting them do all the work for me. Basically, just don't go near the windows in this level. If you're going in front of windows, it's just a terrible idea. Luckily we've cleared out all these enemies. There's a zombie man there. I'm just being very careful here. As soon as we open up this switch here, a bunch of enemies are going to come flooding through. I'm just going to use the rocket launcher to try and take out the main bulk of them. The chain gun will do a lot of the work here for me. I'm just making sure they don't get too much space out here. I think that's everyone. I'm pretty certain I've got everyone there. Now there's only a handful of shotgunners left, but as you can see, I'm not taking any chance with that shotgun. I'm just shooting rockets through the windows. I need to be careful. Ooh, goodness. I can't go to the exit right now though, because there's a bunch of shotgunners stood outside who are looking through the exits, and they will be able to shoot me. So I'm now going to try guiding them all down here. Let's take them all out one at a time. Oh, as you can see, they're trying to shoot me. And we've done it. I have absolutely no reservations in saying this was the hardest level of this episode. Completely. This took so long to do on stream. It was an absolute terror for me, but I've done it, and I'm so happy that I've been able to complete it. It feels so good to find a route on this that was consistent and that worked. If you want to see me practice levels like this, you want to see me go through the stresses and toils, follow me over on my Twitch channel, same name as this YouTube channel, because that's where I worked towards this. So this opening bit was an absolute nightmare, because no matter what I did, no matter how hard I tried, I could not find a consistent way of getting through this bit without taking hits. And I'm showing you all these clips because I want you to understand that I was trying everything I could think of to get past this bit, and it was just not happening. Here I tried to take out the shotgunner right before the yellow key, and yeah. Here I tried to clear out the zombie men later in the level and instantly shot. Here I'm trying to deal with the enemies in front of me, and somehow I end up getting shot from across the level. Not uncommon. And here I get sniped by a zombie man who wandered through the level. Lovely.